today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Now it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bigsby. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. You look at this Niner defense. It's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So here are the 49ers now with a long field ahead. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 18 carries, 75 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Play action, now Purdy. That's caught, he finds Danny Gray. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Devon Hamilton with the tackle. This defense for the Jags, much improved from week one. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Second down, here's Davis Price. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. His second rushing touchdown of the year and third overall. And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On third down, Lawrence is to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this. Football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
This is taken at the 18. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Purdy off the play fake. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put,
and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ty Davis-Price, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make our score 14-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Purdy looking to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget.
Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Now Lawrence. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. So we've hit half. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Starting the 2nd half with a run by McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 39 yards there, a big one.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. This is McCaffrey on the give. Down to the 22-yard line.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, Purdy. That is caught, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Again, McCaffrey. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Here's Lawrence. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram.
And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They go play action here. Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Going for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Lawrence will throw. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
This one complete to Christian Kirk.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars' 1st down as he'll get this down to the 32. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 2 yards on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Purdy now to throw off the play action.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. And I think they're going to take it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review. So they had it right. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
And this. Will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now Lawrence on first down.
Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Now a 2nd and 2. From midfield now, Lawrence.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Purdy.
incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
On first down, Purdy.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to